Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we tell you about the United Kingdom of Netherlands. Before the French Revolutionary Wars, 1792 to 1802, the Low Countries was a patchwork of different polities created by the 80 Years' War, 1568 to 1648. The Dutch Republic in the north was independent. The southern Netherlands was split between the Austrian Netherlands and the Prince-Bishopric of Liege, the former being part of Habsburg monarchy, while both were part of the Holy Roman Empire. In the aftermath of the French Revolution, the War of the First Coalition broke out in 1792 and France was invaded by Prussia and the Holy Roman Empire. After 2 years of fighting, the Austrian Netherlands and Liege were captured by the French in 1794 and annexed into France. The Dutch Republic collapsed in 1795 and became a French client state in 1813. The Netherlands was liberated from French rule by Prussian and Russian troops during the Napoleonic Wars. It was taken for granted that any new regime would have to be headed by the son of the last Dutch stadhouder, William Frederick of Orange-Nassau. A provisional government was formed, most of whose members had helped drive out the House of Orange 18 years earlier. However, they realized that it would be better in the long term to offer leadership of the new government to William Frederick themselves rather than have him imposed by the Allies. Accordingly, William Frederick was installed as the sovereign prince of a new sovereign principality of the United Netherlands. The future of the southern Netherlands, however, was less clear. In June 1814, the great powers secretly agreed to the 8 Articles of London which allocated the region to the Dutch as William had advocated. That August, William Frederick was made Governor-General of the Southern Netherlands and the Prince-Bishop of Liege, which combined are almost all of what is now Belgium. For all intents and purposes, William Frederick had completed his family's 3-century dream of uniting the Low Countries under a single rule. Discussions on the future of the region were still ongoing at the Congress of Vienna when Napoleon attempted to return to power in the 100 Days. William used the occasion to declare himself king on the 16th of March 1815 as William I. After the Battle of Waterloo, discussions continued. In exchange for the southern Netherlands, William agreed to cede the Principality of Orange-Nassau and parts of the Liege to Prussia on the 31st of May 1815. In exchange, William also gained control over the Duchy of Luxembourg, which was elevated to a Grand Duchy and placed in personal and political union with the Netherlands. Though it remained part of the German Confederation, differences between southern and northern Netherlands were never totally resolved. The two were divided by the issue of religion because the south was strongly Roman Catholic and the north largely Dutch Reformed. The Catholic Church in Belgium resented the state's encroachment on its traditional privileges, especially in education. In French-speaking parts of the south, attempts to enforce the use of Dutch language were particularly resented among the elite. Many Belgians believed that the United Netherlands Constitution discriminated against them. Though they represented 62% of the population, they were only allocated 50% of the seats in the House and less in the Senate, while the state extracted money from the richer South to subsidize the North. By the mid-1820s, a union of opposition had formed in Belgium, uniting liberals and Catholic conservatives against Dutch rule. The Belgian Revolution broke out on the 25th of August 1830. Inspired by the recent July Revolution in France, a military intervention in September failed to defeat the rebels in Brussels, radicalizing the movement. Belgium was declared an independent state on the 4th of October 1830. A constitutional monarchy was established under King Leopold I. William I refused to accept the secession of Belgium. In August 1831, he launched the 10 Days Campaign, a major military offensive into Belgium. Though initially successful, the French intervened to support the Belgians and the invasion had to be abandoned. After a period of tension, a settlement was agreed at the Treaty of London in 1839. The Dutch recognized Belgian independence. In exchange for territorial concessions, the frontier between the two countries was finally fixed by the Treaty of Maastricht in 1843. Luxembourg became an autonomous state in personal union with the Dutch, though ceding some territory to Belgium.